Hi everyone, my name's Declan McGlynn. Welcome back to Friday Forum, Point Blank's weekly broadcast, bringing you exclusive tutorials, artist interviews and industry insight every Friday, live from East London. Today we're joined by our electronic music composition course developer and half man, half keyboard, as commented in our YouTube quite a lot, Mr. Ski Oakenfold, for one of our world famous deconstructions. So today we're going to deconstruct Caribou's Can't Do Without You using Ableton Live. If you've been to a festival at all this summer, you'll have heard this track at least 50 times, but we never get sick of it. And who better to tackle its soulful sound than our electronic music composition tutor, Ski Oakenfold. Remember, if you want to learn about how to deconstruct tracks and how they're built up and get access to 7 exclusive deconstructions, make sure you check out our EMC course at our brand new website, pointblanklondon.com. So yeah, welcome back, Ski. We've had a little summer break. But
we have. I'm back in the hot seat.
Back in the hot seat, literally.
Yeah. Literally.
So yeah, this track, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows it, but in case they don't, maybe we could give them a little listen.
There's, I've kind of got the edit here, so let's kind of skim through it a little bit, just to kind of work out the main sections that we're going to look at today.
Okay, cool.
So let's just go for this kind of intro here. So really kind of minimal drums, and obviously this repeating kind of low vocal. And sounds to me like the vocal's been pitched down. And this is something I'm going to look at in deconstruction. We were kind of debating about if it was a sample, if he recorded it himself, or what.
We find something very similar on a Supernova track that came out in Defected, but it wasn't exactly the same. And
no.
So yeah, we're not sure basically.
But I think that this high vocal that then comes in has got to be him or someone.
It's very Caribou.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just flick forward and go to where the drums come in. Everything comes in, pretty much. And I love this transition here. So it's a kind of beautifully repetitive track, very soulful, lovely chords. It sounds to me like it's a really kind of clever mix of programmed and live. Definitely sounds like he's kind of got his drummer in to maybe just play over the top, and he's just taken some fills or kind of added some stuff. Because I think, he plays live, doesn't he? He plays with the band, so yeah, it kind of makes sense. So I think what I'm going to do is to just work on those 2 main sections, the kind of intro and then this main section where everything comes in, put in the chords. I couldn't find a sample, so I've actually recorded my own voice. But I did it very quickly, like a week or so ago, just with a USB mic, so it's not good quality, but the idea is to try to work with that and try to kind of make it, make it sound kind of acceptable, basically. And I'm going to be using Melodyne as well.
Cool.
Unfortunately, Live hasn't really kind of got those sort of tuning capabilities like Logic 10 has now got with flex pitch and everything. So I've gone for Melodyne, but I've been using Melodyne for a while and it's great, So cool. I'm going to go to session view. Just going to turn this off now. There we go. And I've got push. Getting a bit hot there, Declan.
A little bit, yeah. Don't mind me.
So I actually kind of, for the drums I use, there's an extended version which has got a really lovely kind of drum outro. So I kind of went for those sort of sounds. So I'm going to put that in and then kind of build it up from there. So let's put the metronome on. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 128 BPM here. I've got accent on as well, so it means that all these pads are just playing at 128. Velocity, 127, sorry. So yeah. Okay, so we've got the ride in, put the claps in. Turn the metronome off now. I've actually got 2 clap sounds here, and let's just quickly go into my drum rack here because I just wanted to just have a look at this clap sound because it's got really nice reverb on, and I've used the Max for Live convolution reverb, which is great. It gives it a really nice sound. So, but I also want to like just kind of nudge this other clap just later a little bit, because when you have like a live clap, you never get people clapping at the same time. So very easy to do that in push. Just going to hold all these down and just nudge it a little bit. So let's listen to that. Okay, cool. So we've got a hat down now. And a snare. I'm really going to go for the kick now. Just take this one out. And there's a sub sound I've got in here as well that comes in at the end. Just put that in. Okay, so this is our main beat. When we listen to the original, the kind of intro section sounds a lot more kind of muffled and kind of more minimal as well. So I'm going to copy this clip to the next scene, and I'm just going to, so we've got that on that scene, I'm just going to take out some of these elements. So let's just get rid of this ride here, and I'm going to take out every other hat. Here we go. And let's take out that sub as well. And let's go take out the kick as well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of clip envelope automation. So what I'm going to do is put some high cut, so kind of filter off the high end just for this clip, but then open it up for the next clip. So let's do that now. Let's just go over to audio effects, and I'm just going to drag over an EQ8. There we go. And let's just only have one here. And let's just put this high shelf on. There we go. So in order to automate that, I'm just going to go back to the clip. I'm going to turn on the envelope box here and just find the frequency of that kind of node in the EQ8. And literally, I just have to, like, you know, if I just kind of hover over it, you can see that it just goes from a dotted line to a full red line. So I'm just going to click on it once, and then that's written that automation there. And if I go to the next clip, you can see it's got exactly the same setting, that frequency there, but all I'm going to do is just drag it up to open it up. So I can just go between those two clips. So there you go. That's the beat we're going to work with for the moment. The next thing to look at are the chords. So I've got a Rhodes sound. Sounds like it's a kind of Rhodes to me in the original. So, but maybe combined with some others in a more kind of synth paddy kind of sound as well. So I'm going to work with the Rhodes for the moment. Let's have a look at the chords. We're in the key signature of A minor, which is probably like the simplest scale you could play, minor scale you can play.
No black keys. No
black keys, exactly. And it's the relative minor of C major, so exactly the same. So if we look at the chords, I'll just play them first. So I don't know if this kind of sounds like anything to you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Sounds like it, but does it sound like another track, the chords to another track?
Well, it kind of reminded me of Daft Punk.
Yes, exactly. Not so much for the second half of it. The second half
the
of
first bit, yeah.
But certainly, just a different key. But anyway, let's just go through the chords. This is a D minor 9. So we've got the D in the bass, and we're only playing 3 notes here, which gives it a kind of real dark kind of sound.
By the way, the Daft Punk track was Get Lucky. not like
get lucky,
alive or anything.
So we have this, then we have, and this is the 4 chord. So when we're defining chords, degrees of the scale, just to kind of give you a little bit of EMC theory, this is our tonic here, and so this is our 1 chord. If we go up to the 4th degree, which is this D here, this would be our 4 chord, and it's a minor chord because we're using the notes from the scale of A minor. So that's why I've defined this. You can see the Roman numerals there as 4. The lowercase means it's minor, the uppercase means it's major. Then we have the F here, and that's the 6th chord. Then we go to A minor, which is the 1 chord, the tonic, and then down to the G, which is the 7 chord. And then for the second half of it, we go to the F again, which is the 6th chord, back to the 1, which is the A minor. And then we have this interesting chord here, which is in the right hand, I'm actually playing an A minor 7. We're playing a C in the bass, so I'd say that's the first inversion. So that's why I'm still calling it the 1 chord. And then we have this interesting chord here, which is lovely. This is a G sus2 over B. And I've called this the 7 chord because it's kind of based on a G. I've called it, yeah, the Roman numeral there is a 7-9 because it's got this A in it, but we've got the B in the bass, which makes it a first inversion. So those are the chords. So I think we should put those in. I'm just going to drag this over here. There we go. And just go to session view, and I'm just going to put in the right hand for a moment, and then we can do the left hand or the bass after that. So let's just put this in. Okay, just hide that for the moment. I think I've played a little kind of extra note there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. There we go. Now I've got this other sound here, which I created earlier on an analog, and just quite simple. I didn't spend a lot of time with this. It's just 2 saw waves. Second saw wave is slightly detuned to give it kind of a bit of a phasing effect. And I also kind of applied some LFO to the filter cutoff, just kind of gives it a bit of movement. And what I can do is literally just copy that clip over to that track there, and then I can play the 2 together. And if we just go to the device here, I can kind of mess around with the filter cutoff there, which is something that as the track kind of gets more immense, you know, kind of like he really kind of works with kind of filter cutoff. So but we'll leave it kind of quite low at the moment. And let's just put in the bass. Let's just remind you of these chords again. Okay, let's just go back here, let's just bring this over. There we go. So we're just playing the root notes of these chords. Let's record that in. So there we got that, and what I can do is just drag these down to the next scene, and if I play that now, sounding good, and then I'm going to go back to this one here, and I'm going to take out the bass for this intro section, so we've just got really kind of minimal arrangement, and we're now going to look at the vocal.
Excellent.
Yes. All right, so I just want to preempt this with saying that I'm not a singer, okay? I haven't built my career on my vocal talents, but that's fine, I'm not embarrassed.
No, but I think the vast majority of people aren't professional singers, so it's nice to show them what you can do.
Yes.
With sort of a few Melodyne tricks.
Exactly, exactly. So for this, I'm going to go over to the arrange view, but just to kind of make it easier to kind of find the points and get things in time, I'm just going to drag these clips over to the arrange view. And if no one knows this, this was a revelation when I discovered this however many years ago, and the fact that you can actually move very easily between session view and arrange view. If you just highlight the clips that you want to drag over and then hold down the mouse button and press tab, lo and behold, they appear there. And just going to press this button here to go to the arrange view. I'm just going to then just duplicate these clips here. Do without, can't do without, can't do without, can't do
That's great.
But this is totally dry, there's like no tuning or anything. I did that bit and then all this. Without you, I can't do without you. Falsetto, but you know. I can't. So, okay, so here we go. Melodyne, just to save time, I've actually already done the transfer of this. Without you. And I've also kind of marked my favourite ones as well. It's really good to use the locators in the arrange page for this to kind of work out which bits are good or not. But let's you can see it moving along there. Here we go. I think it's that one there. Let's just check that again. I think that's kind of working all right. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Melodyne is fantastic kind of tuning software, and there's a few tricks that you can use as well. And what it does, when you transfer the audio into it, it kind of analyzes it and it figures out where the notes are. And you can actually see a graphic representation of the waveform against the note that it's seen. So if we just look along here, you can see, well, down the left-hand side, you can see the notes, A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, and you can see kind of how far off using the waveform that note is. Can't do without, can't do without. So can't do without. So this is what I'm looking at here. Can't do without. And first thing I'm going to do, just click on here, the pitch tool, and I'm just going to try to drag these waveforms kind of into the middle. You can see it's like going to go pretty mental, but there we go. And let's just. There you go. Without, can't do without, can't do without, can't do without, can't do without, can't. Okay, so and there's also some other useful functions as well as the pitch modulation tool and the pitch drift. So I'm just going to just try to kind of even these out a little bit. There's normally like when you have a vibrato, you can kind of like level it out. So without, can't do without, can't do without. Now, if you remember at the start, we listened to that vocal sample, and I said it was kind of pitched down. And Melodyne has got a great function, which is like a sort of formant, what's called a formant shifter. And basically, formants are kind of to do with the character of the sound, the timbre. And what you can actually do is kind of make like a male vocal sound like a female vocal, or kind of Mickey Mouse, and the other way around as well. But it's something that you can easily do in a sampler if you just pitch something down. But the problem is it's going to affect the timing of it. We want to keep this timing exactly the same. So Melodyne's got this Formant Shifter. So if I just highlight all of these now and just bring it down. Without, can't do without, can't do without, can't do. You can hear it's kind of going down. Can't do without, can't do without, So I mean, obviously that's a bit extreme. So let's just take it up again.
Do without, can't do without, can't do without, can't do without, can't.
So I think that's working pretty well. So that's a great function of Melodyne. I'm now going to go to this second vocal here, and it's just I can't do without you. Okay. I can't do without you. I can't do without you. I think this is the one that I thought was all right. So let's just do the same thing. Let's just do a bit of tuning on that. You see, this is how the hits are made.
I like it. I don't know, but I like it.
Well, you know, it just gives. I mean, even if you were just using this to put down like a guide vocal or something, you know,
exactly.
At least you're going to make it sound kind of acceptable. I can't do without you.
And I think also the important thing is being able to get your idea down fast. And not having to do loads of takes because you're not a great singer and you're scared of sending it around in case it's a bit pitchy.
Exactly.
It's like, just get the idea down, pitch it up a bit. You know, you can come back to it later with a real singer or once you've learned how to sing yourself.
Very good. I couldn't have put it better myself. So what I now want to do is, because of the way the Melodyne works, I can't actually kind of chop this audio and use it, you know, in the same way that I can normally. So what you have to do is bounce it onto another track. So I've just set up a track here, and I'm taking the input of the track here, ski vocal. I'm taking it post effects, which means it's going to you know, take what's coming after Melodyne, and it's going to hit record, and let's just record those two bits down. Okay, so it's recorded that one, and let's just go to the next one as well. I can't do without you. I can't do without. Okay, so now I can just mute that original, and what I've also done is, well, what I think is a good thing to do is to have these vocals, treat these vocals slightly differently, because they're probably going to be different levels. Obviously there's different ways that I could adjust the levels, but I'm just going to put them onto separate tracks. But I've grouped them because I want to start affecting them. So first thing I want to do is I'm just going to adjust the clip, so I can just kind of crop that bit off, because I'm going to be dragging it back into the session view in a minute. So let's just do that, and let's just loop round this for the moment. And yeah, let's do a bit of processing on it. I'm going to add some compression to kind of even it out a little bit. I'm also going to EQ it to sort of give it a bit more of a kind of like telephone sound. So I'm going to take, you know, a lot of the bottom off, try to just bring out those mids, and take some of the top off as well. I don't want to go too extreme, but... And then, very essential, is some reverb. Let's bring up the decay time. Let's listen to the other one. I can't do without you. Bit loud, it's going to bring it down. I can't do without you. Okay, so we've got these now, and I'm going to use exactly the same technique I used to bring clips from the session view to the range view. I'm going to do it the other way around. So first of all, I'm going to go for this, this vocal clip. I'm just going to hold down the mouse button, press tab, and then just drop it onto that clip there. And the same one there. Just drop it in. And now, we're totally back in session view now. So what I'm going to do with this is, it's just this, the one I liked was just here, so I can actually set the start point, so it's there, and then I'm just going to loop round that, so just adjust the loop brace, but I can bring the loop back so it gets that cant, which is coming before the beat, and I'm just going to turn loop on, and then if I just open that up, hopefully you can hear it. So hopefully you can see that it's kind of coming back all the time, just keeping that whole phrase. It's a brilliant thing about clip manipulation, audio manipulation in clips in Ableton. And let's just do the similar thing to the other vocal as well. So again, I'm going to take the start point here, and actually I can leave that and just make that a 2-bar loop. Put the loop on, sorry. Okay, so kind of acceptable.
Yeah.
not like the original, but so what I'm going to do now is just work a little bit on the arrangement. So I'm just going to shift some of these around. Here we go, just copy those over. So then we can actually play this from push. So we've got our intro here. And let's choose the device here. So there we go. We can mess around with the bass as well. Cut off on the bass. So there we have
Nice.
the fundamentals of the track.
Yeah. I guess the rest of it is just kind of jamming, isn't it? I mean, they're just kind of like doing more drum fills and
doing more
sounds what's like a big Juno bass chorus sound comes in every now and again.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, I'm not sure what kind of synths he's using, but he's kind of, he's always working on that chord sequence.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's sort of interesting extra notes that he kind of puts in there.
Yeah, totally. I think that what this track shows is really often is the fact that if you get the chords right, the rest just falls into place. Like those chords are killer on any instrument.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the track.
Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah. Cool, nice one. So hopefully you got plenty of tips and tricks out of that. And if you're thirsty for more, make sure you check out our EMC course, which you can study from anywhere in the world at pointblanklondon.com. We'll see you next Friday for another Friday Forum Live.